What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the state of Heroes of Middle-earth. There was some comments from CG about what to expect with the game, and talking about the rollout of the game, giving some thoughts on people quitting, some notable content creators leaving, and just kind of talking about all of that, my thoughts on things, where I stand with Heroes of Middle-earth. And we're just going to kind of talk about that today in this video. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's dive right into it. So the first thing we're going to be talking about are some comments from CG Hemophilus, and people are pushing back in the official Discord server. They're not having fun. They're annoyed by the fact that they go and like build up hobbits, and then they spend money. They spend all their gear and gold on hobbits, and then it's not working. People are upset that they bought the pack and they're just not getting a return on it. And Hemophilus dives in with a couple of different comments. The first one we're going to talk about here, and this was talking about people quitting as well. She says that I'll preface things with this game is new and it will take time to build up all the systems and features. No game releases out the gate with its full complement of everything. If you're willing to stick around as we build up stuff over time, then that'd be really nice. But if it isn't for you, then that's very okay too. We'll be around and you can check us out again when there's more stuff up your alley to play. Content creation is not an easy job. I have a fair number of friends over the years who are successful streamers, YouTubers, etc. And it's hard, and you're constantly trying to work out what gets the clicks and views. Algorithm and the human curiosity gravitates to dramatic or over-exaggerated headlines. No shade to anyone, but it's why clickbait titles and content work so well. Yeah, that's... honestly, that's kind of annoying. I really don't like doing clickbait headlines, but I also know that if I don't do the clickbait headlines, then people aren't going to be naturally clicking on the video. You know, you could say something like Arwen event, or say, let's say Arwen's event, like, you just say, playing the Arwen event versus OMG, Arwen is amazing. What people are going to be clicking on the Arwen is amazing video, and they could both be just about the marquee event. But, you know, you put a clickbait title in there that says, hey, Arwen is amazing. Oh, people are going to be more likely to click on that. So this is one where, the clickbait is the way it works. And when someone drops a video saying, I'm leaving Heroes of Middle-earth, and let's say I'm a mobile gamer, basically quit Heroes of Middle-earth, and his video title says this game is trash. Well, people are going to be clicking on that. But I don't think that excuses the state of Heroes of Middle-earth either, and that we'll talk about that more in her second post here. On the flip side of people who say they are quitting / doom speculating on a game, there are other content creators who say do the opposite. So really, it's to each their own, and game is a subjective experience. It goes both ways, so take it with a grain of salt. Just because a content creator or two someone watches says they're bailing out does not necessarily mean that's reflective of everyone's experience or opinion. Yep, very, very true. You know, that was a big thing with Galaxy of Heroes and YouTubers, is that basically Galaxy of Heroes realized they didn't really need the Game Changer program, because while the Game Changers were basically bashing the game was still doing great, and CG realized they just didn't need to worry about YouTubers bashing the game when people weren't watching the YouTube videos and were still spending money on the game. So yeah, the YouTube videos are limited. You know, we don't speak for the whole audience. We do speak for people who are a little more invested probably, but there's still plenty of people out there who won't watch the videos and will still play the game every day and still spend on the game. So yeah, I get where she's coming from here. And then we gotta go to this other post, and this one I'm not so much a fan of this post. While I don't really think there's much value in me commenting on doom and gloom speculation, I also want to point out some perspective. No Man's Sky, textbook disastrous launch, ends up being the best comeback story ever, and very well regarded currently. Similar with Sea of Thieves, Final Fantasy XIV actually unlaunched and then came back with a vengeance and is killing it. Those are just some games I can think of off the top of my head. Yes, that is true, but those games also released in a state they shouldn't have been in. I mean, No Man's Sky was really an indie title, but was like super overhyped. I actually have my day one collector's edition, which was that was certainly a choice at the time, but now No Man's Sky is really good. You know, Sea of Thieves was incredibly bare bones in content at the launch, and Final Fantasy XIV was just straight up broken at launch, and it got to the point where they unreleased it and came back with A Realm Reborn, and now it's a very popular MMO. But my argument with those is that those games should have never released in those states, and that's kind of where I'm not a fan of that post, is that don't use past failures that turned into successes to really excuse what's going on with Heroes of Middle-earth, because right now this game is incredibly bare bones. There's really not a lot going on. We have arena and campaign battles, and that's it. And like even Galaxy of Heroes launched with Galactic War, which is basically a tower mode. You had Blitz and Marvel Strike Force, and that was a big pushback with Marvel Strike Force. And the beta was that all they had was arena, and I remember Mobile Gamer basically saying, like, unless there's more content, I can't condone playing this game. There's really nothing to do right now in Heroes of Middle-earth, and all we really have are those two modes, and we can't really gear up characters, we can't really level up characters because our gold and gear bottlenecks are so restrictive. So, yeah, while this game is probably going to be better down the road, I completely understand why people do not want to play it right now. In fact, I'd probably tell people, you know, wait to play it until we get more stuff. Raids are coming sometime in the next 3 months, maybe. Elrond's coming the end of this month, probably. But we don't know anything about future content beyond that. We know some stuff's coming, but we don't really know what it is. And we don't know how long it's going to take to roll out. And that's kind of the issue, and that's where people are getting upset, is that there's just nothing to do, and what we do have to do, its progress is just so slow because we can't gear up and level up anybody. So I totally understand why people are upset and why they don't want to be playing this game right now. And as for me, you know, I have mobile games on a short leash these days. If you guys may remember, I did play Galaxy Heroes. I jumped over to Dragon Champions when that launched, but that game had very little content and then just didn't release much else. There was the raid, but, you know, they basically celebrated a guild using exploits to beat the raid first, which really rubbed me the wrong way. And then there was just no hope for future content on the horizon. And that's why I was like, okay, well, there's really no point in continuing playing this game, and I just kind of stopped playing it. I moved over to Marvel Strike Force for a while, but that game has been incredibly greedy lately, and, you know, stopped having fun with that. So I'm on a real short leash with mobile games these days. So I'm willing to kind of stick it out for a while. I want to see what the raids are like. I want to know what future content's coming and when it's coming. But if the game's going to be incredibly slow and just not push out a lot of content, then I just don't know how long I'll be willing to play it. We're still going to give this game a few months at least, but I'm not gonna invest in this all the time because I don't want I just don't have anything to really do right now. That's kind of where I'm at with this game. I'm having fun currently, but unless there's a lot more content coming soon, I don't know how long that's gonna last. So I want to know from you guys, where do you guys stand on Heroes of Middle-earth? What do you guys think about CG Hemophilus's comments? Let me know what you guys think down below. Questions, concerns, thoughts, comments, ideas, drop them down below. Again, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys next time.